What the? Oh shit.
That was it? That wasn't so bad. Fuck. If you ever bought a gun strictly because you thought it looked cool, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I have something a little bit different for you. I don't really do reviews, but I saw a product, it was cheap, and it just looked cool as shit, so I bought it, so you're about to hear about it. This is the Recover Tactical 2020 stabilizer. This essentially was advertised as if you had any Glock Gen 1 through 5, it would fit in this little contraption and you now have a braced pistol. You do, however, have the option for a stock over a brace on their website. I don't know why you would want to sign up pretty much for a felony unless you want to do all that paperwork for an SBR. Anyway, I'm sitting around my house and I'm like, wow, I wonder if that'll fit the Palmetto State Armory Dagger because I have like a lot of them because they're very cheap. Turns out it does fit, it does function. We'll just go ahead and touch base over a couple little things on here. Okay, so to do a little tour about this little guy, here is the collapsing button for the brace or stock you pick. It has a little hook here, so it actually does stay put when it's in its locked position, and it's pretty easy to just break loose and it snaps on sturdy. The material feels nice. I don't think this is actually going to break. It does not feel fragile, although you would think it would be from how kind of like thin it is. No, it feels very sturdy. By the way, weapons unloaded. We're miscreants, but we're professionals here. Base price on this guy is, I think, $90, something like that, and you can kind of doctor it up as much as you want. And this is the point I really wanted to talk about. So this fits inside the grooves of your slide, and it allows you to rack the weapon. You can chamber with it. It does not really fit dagger slides. You will have to do a Glock slide or actually just use a Glock. This only kind of works on film because I don't know if you can really see. It's just pushing against the irons instead of actually being in the grooves. And I kind of assumed it wouldn't work for a bit there. So at one point I was shooting it for the first time and it did fly off and boot me in the nose. Knew that was gonna happen. Theoretically, as long as you're not like me and you try to put something that's not meant for daggers back there, the PSA Dagger should run just fine. The best part of this is there are add-ons. For mine, I elected to get this little side Picatinny that kind of wraps up over, and I put a little SIG optic on there because why not? Another add-on I did was this extra mag holder because, like, who doesn't want extra capacity? It does just slide on. There's a little pick rail on here, that's standard. How you operate this extra mag holder, there is not a release button or anything. There's a little indent here that kind of just holds your mag in place. So if you can see right here, there's little lines here to kind of give you traction. To release that mag, you have to place your thumb there and you just kind of give her a little pivot like that. You just push up with your thumb, down with your fingers, and it pops out. And it is in there good. When it's in there, you're not dropping this anywhere. I mean, that's not bad. How this contraption works is there is a little bolt right here. You just undo that and this whole thing will open up and you just set your gun in there. You do not have to do any like hard installs, anything like that. You're literally, well, I mean, I guess you have to remove this first to let it truly open, but yeah, you're one Allen wrench away from just having your Glock, or in this case, PSA Dagger, ready and available as ever. And like, let's just talk about it. It looks just like the SMG from Halo. I wasn't saying no to this. It is cool as shit. Is it practical? We'll get into that, but this is cool as shit. My only grievance, and again, this is 100% me because I went into this knowing that it was not built for the PSA Dagger, is that this does not actually mount to the slide. Is it a big deal? No. I mean, this one just pops right off. You can still do it. Is it the most comfortable thing I've done? No. It is not. However, it is doable. I mean, honestly, I might just throw in suppressor height rear sights here and you're good. I mean, you just give her a little slappy doodle and it'll be fine. Function wise, it's been okay. We did have a couple little jammy jostas, but I really think that's because this piece was in the middle of trying to come off and it was kind of putting downward pressure into here, so the slide wasn't really able to move. But yeah, no, I really enjoy it. It's like the poor man's Flux Raider, or it's like another form of the Micro Roni, which they're kind of cool. I never actually got to play with one, but I feel like this gives the same vibe. I'm gonna run a few more rounds through without that weird plastic charging handle adapter thingy and just see if it runs any better. Okay, I feel confident in saying that that little plastic charging handle thing was the only reason I had any jammy jostas. This thing's really fun. It's really fun. It's like adult airsoft. It's a little snappy, I'm not gonna lie, but first impressions, I'm really enjoying this. Would I compare this to the Flux Raider? Hard to say, hard to say. I mean, even a price bracket wise, I mean, I'll just go ahead and throw up a average price of the Flux Raider. And mind you, you have to get the SIG P320 with that versus what all I had to buy to make this exact setup. As you can see, the price difference is pretty drastic, so I don't really think it's fair to compare the two. I will say that I think this would get the job done. I won't sit here and say it'll get the job done as good or better than its competitors. I really like this though, and that's honestly, if it makes you smile, it's kind of worth it. Practical uses. You know, this is not going to be something that I would recommend using as like a primary weapon. Like, yeah, you could do like a sling here and hang it, but then you have like your sidearm, but this kind of is a sidearm, and honestly, if you want this to be your primary, there's other PCCs out there that would actually probably make more sense and then have your sidearm. I would say this is perfect for moments where you cannot normally carry, so like, I don't know, you just have like your drawstring bag and the Covenant attacks, or you're, I don't know, at the park, or some weird reason that you couldn't have something showing on you at the time. Also, I think this would make a pretty decent nightstand gun. I am going to be getting a light for the side. I fuck with this. I am gonna run it through the ringer a couple times, and I'll give you guys an update if anything like explodes or boops me in the face again. But no, I really fuck with this. If you want to see more stuff like this, why don't you go ahead and hit subscribe. And remember, whether it is the Covenant or your local pedophile, aim for the head. See you next time.